Hello Cancer, happy birthday. Welcome to your reading for July. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright Cancer, I am primarily a love reader. That's what I'm going to focus on. If anything else pops up, I will address it, of course. And if this reading does indeed resonate with you, then any interaction with it, whether it's a like or a comment or a subscribe, will not only help my channel grow, it's going to add your energy to the collective pool and just make it easier for me to read for everyone just a little bit better. We're starting off with some oracle cards and then I will proceed to freestyle your tarot spread. Alright, we have Peacock Spirit, let it shine. I mean, come on, that's wonderful. The sun is in your sign. And whether you like it or not, Cancer, and some of you may not, I'm a Cancer sun, so I get this. A lot of us can be introverts. A lot of us can be loners, and because we want it that way. It's not because, I mean, there's a reason that one of the most famous crabs is the hermit crab, right? There's a reason that we carry our homes on our backs. We're happy in our own company. We enjoy our own company. We like isolation. Some of us, unless you have a very fiery rising or moon. But accept the spotlight is what I'm getting. It's just a month when the sun will be gracing your first house for some of you if you're watching for your rising. Otherwise, let people notice you. This is not about pride. This is not about ego. This is about letting people see your gifts, letting people see you for who you are, letting people appreciate you as a person. And then we have keep your heart open. Beautiful. Some of you may be online dating. It's possible. Some of you may have a lot of options. Some of you may be dealing with people who are very different from your usual type, right? So this is about acceptance. This is about changing your perspective, right? Doing things just a little differently, keeping your heart open. Some of you may have been hurt in the past. Some of you wouldn't like to be vulnerable at this time, right? Since the sun is gracing you, it's safe to keep your heart open for just a little bit. Not just that, Venus is in Leo. Leo rules the heart. Leo rules the 5th house. This is making time for play, making time for self-love, making time for dating, making time for fun, right? Okay, let's see. Look at that, I just noticed the peacock's heart is glowing. Keep your heart open. All right, we have the moon starting off the reading. For me, the moon is always a Cancer and a Pisces card. So there you are, your ruler showing up. Oh, how beautiful. Let it shine, my friend. The Empress. You're looking good, you're feeling good. I'm going to talk about these once I've pulled everything. Cancer, what a phenomenal reading. Wow. The 10 of Pentacles. Happy home, happy family. The Death card, right under the moon. That's a lot of major arcana, my friend. Another major Judgment. I'm shuffling in front of you. Oh, I think I'm going to cry a little bit. The 10 of Cups right under the 10 of Pentacles. Stunning energy. Let's get 2 pillars for you. Another major Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Some of you may have a lot of Pisces in your charts. Doesn't have to be. This is a major reading with so many major arcana. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. Generosity of spirit, kindness, balance. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. All right, I will clarify, but let me just go over this real quick. Now, with the moon showing up, The moon is our primitive nature, right? This is primal fears. This is, you see that crustacean right there. This is traumas that have been buried very deep within our psyche, not just from this lifetime, but from previous lifetimes as well. You see the wolf and the dog. One is domesticated, the other one isn't. So this is about, and the moon, that face, it's soothing. It's trying to calm the animals, right? There's something about fears cropping up. Fears that you may have not even realized that you had. The vulnerability that I was talking about with keep your heart open. There's almost like this cautiousness that I'm feeling as to, if I let myself be seen, what is it that people are going to see? How will I be perceived? The Hanged Man. What are people going to notice? Are they going to notice the things that I don't want them to notice? With the Empress, there's something, now you are the mother of the zodiac, regardless of gender, right? So is the Empress. The Empress is the mother of all mothers. This is nourishment at its finest. This is you not being afraid to shower your love on other people. But what happens is sometimes you forget to pour that love into yourself. It's almost like you have a boundless amount of love. You see that waterfall. My dogs are awake. You'll hear them barking. There's a boundless amount of love within you. But it's almost like you're always showering it outside yourself. And there's very little left for you. But there is something about abundance here. This is Venus energy. Almost like there's enough to go around, right? With the Empress, again, regardless of gender, you're looking good. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, I'll address them together. The Ten of Pentacles is a more grounded version of the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups can be La La Land, right? But the Ten of Pentacles showing up, it anchors, it grounds it. It makes it more real. This is a happy home, a happy family. This is a happily ever after. This is a whole lot of everything. 2 tens together, my goodness, I haven't seen this in a very long time. With the Death card, whatever transformation took place, it was successful. I don't know what that means to you, but I got it in my head, so I thought I'm going to say it. Whatever transformation took place, it was successful, because we have Judgment right after the Death card. Whatever awakening, whatever aha moment, whatever epiphany you wanted to come about within a certain situation, whatever realization with the Hanged Man you wanted to come about in a particular situation, it has come. Whether this is your version of a happily ever after showing up, or it is you being a part of somebody else's story, we will see once we clarify. With the Six of Pentacles, there's balance that wants to be struck. Why is the Moon here? The Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords with the Hanged Man again and the Fool. It's like there are plans to move forward. There are plans to grow and evolve as a person, right? It's like you don't want to be who you used to be. I'm getting that for some of you. And that happens when one's birthday month, if you're watching for your son, when one's birthday month comes around, it's like a new year for you. It's a new you, right? And a lot of us want to bring about a certain sense of transformation, that we don't want to be who we were a year ago. That plan is there, but it's almost like you're hesitant to move forward. Sometimes we can get very comfortable in our discomfort, myself included. And even the slightest hint of change, and we retreat back into our shells. Why is the Empress here? Nine of Swords. Some of you are wondering, again, what people think of you. It's almost like you don't see your kindness. You don't see the love that you carry. You don't see the beauty that you carry. You don't see the goodness that you carry. And this happened to me personally. So I'm going to put it out there. It might resonate with some of you. I interacted with a few people of late. And for the first time in my life, I started wondering if I was the problem. You know how if something bad happens to us, we may unfollow people, we may shut down because, oh, we are trying to protect our energy. It happens, right? I suddenly was made to feel, what if I am the problem, and what if people need to shut my energy out? I reversed it, I flipped it. When there was nothing wrong with me. There was no problem inherently within me. It was their own karma that they were dealing with. It was not my energy spoiling their life. That's what I'm getting here. It's like some of you may be asking yourselves, what if I am the issue? I'm not saying you're flawless. I'm not saying you haven't made mistakes. But whatever this situation is that we're talking about here, you would know what it is. You are not the problem. Certain things are meant to play out the way that they play out. They've just been orchestrated that way. Orchestrated that way. Judgment. Some of you may be trying to become parents as well. And maybe that's causing a little bit of anxiety. We need to keep that at bay. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? The Page of Cups. Beautiful. Someone's intention for you is this foreverness. It is this happily ever after. It is permanence. This is not wishy-washiness, the Ten of Pentacles. But the way this person is approaching you is the Page of Cups. I love pages, right? But pages inherently are, it's a childish energy. It's like the intention is heavy, it's strong, but the offer is tiny. The way you are approached is very diluted. It may be very disappointing at first, but you see, this is what this person has in mind. The Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups. This is a happily ever after. Again, this is a wish fulfilled. But I'm getting, while you are being cautious, while you have fears cropping up, the person you're dealing with is pretty much going through the same thing. With keep your heart open, it's like a prompt. It's here for a reason. It's because both of you haven't been keeping your hearts open. There's a fear here. Why is the Death card here? The Nine of Cups. Judgment at the bottom with the Three of Wands and the Five of Swords and the Hanged Man. I'm going to get one more. Four of Wands. You see the last two cards I shuffled in front of you. They wanted to be a part of the spread. I'm getting an end to selfishness. I'm getting an end to short-sightedness, an end to petty games and conflict and arguments and debates, because I did see the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Cups is a very solitary energy, right? For me, the Nine of Cups is the benchmark. So is the Nine of Pentacles. Once you get to that, once you're whole within yourself, the 10th cup or the 10th pentacle is then offered by the universe as a reward. I feel like you've both been on your individual journeys. The transformation that I was talking about that has been successful. The Four of Wands is the finish line. This is where you want to be at. This is permanence. This is the four seasons, the four walls of a home. This is the four cardinal directions. This is things that are unchanging, that are permanent. There's a permanence here now. It's like the obstacle course is over. The marathon is over. The hard part is over. Why is Judgment here? Three of Pentacles again. I need more information, please. That's hilarious. Oh, Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Slowness, baby steps. Whatever this is, this epiphany and this realization of this happily ever after has come about, right? Your worth is being seen. Your ability to shine is being seen. Your light is being seen. But there's a cautiousness here, not just from you, but from the other person as well. It's almost like if we move too fast, we'll ruin this. Which is why with the Three of Pentacles, this is being approached as a friendship or a collaboration, or okay, let's just, work together on this. Let's just try. This isn't romance. I mean, if you look at it deep enough, there's a lot of love here, but it's being approached in a very diluted fashion, and it's being taken very, very slowly with the Page and the Knight of Pentacles, almost like so that there are no missteps. This is a new beginning, but you see the passion here. There's so much fire here, but it's being approached with earth energy. Why is the Ten of Cups here? The World, beautiful. I suddenly got the search is over, the search is over, the search is over. This is it. The search is over. The World card is graduation. What I said about the finish line earlier, this is the major trump for that. The Fool with the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, that's a lot of major arcana. Both of you may have had a lot of choices, but it's almost like you've chosen. Both these cards are cards of you choosing your version of a happy future. If there has been no contact, I feel like there's been a lot of energetic spying. You've been keeping tabs on each other. Another ace, the Ace of Wands with the Five of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. There may have been too many energies in the past plaguing this relationship. But with the Hanged Man, I'm getting a sense of maturity somehow. While earlier, you or the person you were dealing with were listening to too many people who had unnecessary, unwanted opinions within this union. It's like you're listening to your own inner voice now. I'm getting a lot of caution here. Something must have gone down in the past between the two of you, which is why now there's this fear that may just happen again. There's a lot of passion here though. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? The Fool. A new beginning, a new start. Based on honesty, based on kindness, based on generosity. That's a commitment. That is a higher level of commitment. That's heightened spirituality. That's maturity. The Fool on its own can be childish, can be immature. The Hierophant grounds the Fool energy. This is seriousness. I'm getting a lot of heaviness in your reading, Cancer, for some reason. I can't put my finger on it. Almost like, hear me out, okay? Some of you may get offended when I say this, but I have to address it. That image keeps popping up in my head. You may have seen videos of those lab animals, right? Dogs in particular. They've been bred in cages, in labs, right? But when they're rescued and they're taken out into a field, the cage is opened. They've never felt grass under their feet. They've never felt that sunshine. So they're afraid to get out of their cages. They're comfortable in their own discomfort because that's all they know. It's like you're afraid of this happiness because some of you may have touched it and it was taken away from you. So it's almost like if I get too close, it's going to be elusive. It's just going to disappear. It's going to vanish in a puff of smoke. I'm getting this from both your sides. There's almost like, is this too good to be true? I don't know why I'm getting that. Your cards are supporting you. Your cards are supporting this relationship. And with Let It Shine, it's supporting you as a person. It's like you're not allowing yourself to shine. You're afraid. Keep your heart open. Work on your heart chakra. Meditate. Fear versus faith. I always say that. Fear versus faith. All right. Whew. That was it, Cancer. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.